On April 1st, 2021, I ditched a career I absolutely hated to better myself and do the things I've always wanted to do. And that included my growing love and obsession with Ireland. I want to learn everything: culture, history, mythology, music, and the language. Which, if I'm being honest, looks really hard to learn, but I'm going to give it the old Smith try. Then, of course, there is my love of pubs and the role that they've played throughout history, and no better example of that than on that beautiful, beleaguered island in the North Atlantic, Ireland. April 1st, 2026, I depart for the Emerald Isle, and for 1 year, I'll hike town by town and conduct interviews with pub owners, pub regulars, historians, town know-it-alls, musicians, and basically anybody that wants to talk to me. If you'd like to support the project and the journey, basic Patreon support is only $3 a month, but just liking a video or subscribing to the channel and following the journey is just as helpful. I'm always looking for volunteers to work as liaisons for the project too, so if you live in Ireland and know people, feel free to hit me up. This is a huge goal and I need all the help I can get. The Smitty Learns Irish Pubcast begins April 26th and will be my life's work. Thank you. And welcome to the Smit Hole for your full-length album reaction to Empire State Bastard Rivers of Heresy. This is an album reaction that I've been itching to do for a while now. It was one of the first things I wanted to do in the brand new Smit Hole studio, and that's what we're going to do right now. Out last year, 2023, featuring it's kind of fucking supergroup, man. Of course, Simon Neil is the frontman, guitar player. I don't know how many lyrics he's writing. I don't know. But I do know that I love him, and I love Biffy Clyro. I've already done, of course, the full chronological full album reaction with still a couple to go. But I already know I love Simon Neil. I already know I love Dave Lombardo on drums. Mike Van has another band that I've listened to as well. He's on guitar. And then Naomi McLeod, I think, on bass. So, and I don't think Simon Neil's playing guitar. I just think he's a frontman in this, if I'm going to correct myself, which I do like to do if I think I'm wrong. So, you guys, I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go? Let's go. All right, let's kick it off. And I have already listened to Harvest, and The Looming, just to get that out of the way. And now let's get this album out of the way. 10 songs, a blistering 35 minutes and 26 seconds. I am sure. Let's roll with Harvest, track 1. Woo! Fucking riff sick. Woo! What an album opener, by the way. I'm on the record as saying my experience and tolerance of like deathcore, grind metal, whatever the fuck you want to call it, hardcore, is not great. A lot of times it's just so fast it loses discernible riffs. The constant fucking screamy shit, I'm just like, that is not for me. But there's so much nuance, changing so many instances of like changing it up vocally and groove wise in this that when they do the extreme things, it just makes the impact even greater. Does that make any sense? maybe, probably, for me. Anyway, what a fucking album opener, man. Again, I've heard this before, but I like it. There's so much fun, trippy shit in there, too. Woo! Man, I gotta say, again, just there's so many just cool, nuanced moments that there's a lot of impact moments. But Dave Lombardo, I love hearing his drumming. I am not historically the biggest Slayer fan in the world. I've had a large enough sampling size where I'm like, okay, it's cool if you're into that and you just want to hear basically super fast fucking raging evil ass death metal. But I would like to hear some different things here and there. So, but I mean, there's a few songs that I do like from Slayer. Most of the songs I'm like, okay, I feel like I've heard it. But the most impressive part to me, and the thing that I always gravitated towards the most in Slayer, is fucking Dave Lombardo. Like, he always is just on point and interesting, and the fucking fills that guy does. There's not too many drummers that do it like that. And there's a lot. Not too many, but there's a lot. That was very contradictory. There's a lot of great drummers, but there's not a lot of guys that sound like Dave Lombardo. How about that? There we go. Now, track 2, Blusher. Man, that fucking bass. Ooh. Is that a vocal? I was just marveling, really, at that whole section right there. It was fucking fantastic. And I was thinking, man, I really have come a long way as far as not tolerating death metal vocals. Really loving Simon Neil anyway, just has so much to do with it where it doesn't even bother me because it's him, and he's awesome. But I can tolerate so much more now as far as like death metal vocals, my journey along the rock radar way. But that whole section was just fun and groovy and chunky and gnarly. I liked it. That was a vocal. Is that Simon Neil? Gotta be. I like the way that ended, you know? It's almost like you just know they're going to change it up, regardless of how it sounds, how extreme it sounds, how not extreme it sounds in certain sections, maybe at the beginning of certain songs. You just know it's going to change. You know something else is going to happen, and that's the fucking cool thing about it. At least one of the cool things about it. Moi. That's fun. Reacted to this previously as well.
Play the game so I can help you out. The rules have changed, of that there is no doubt. Honestly, if you're blinking, you're missing it. Stick with me, we'll get it figured out. It's always someone else's fault. It's always someone else's fault. It's always someone else's fault.
Yeah, man. You'll know that person, right? Let me bring the lyrics up here. I don't typically, but I have heard this song before, so I kind of want to revisit. Plus, I'll probably just keep the lyrics up for most of the songs, just so I can have a halfway decent idea what they are. Even though I won't, fucking sit there and read them. But that line, it's always someone else's fault. Like, we know those fucking people. And that is one of my favorite, one of my favorite, it's not the right word. It is one of my favorite things to be pointed out that I've seen in a long time. It's always somebody else's fault. And it's always my favorite when they fuck up and, it's somebody else's fault. Again, it always happens. That's what I meant. That's fucking cool. Often wrong, but never in doubt. That's those motherfuckers. Seriously, that's those. They just know. You know what I mean? You just know. You can't be talked into anything or out of anything with facts, or you just always know. It's fantastic. Matter of fact, I'm realizing I probably. I'm realizing I probably already said those same words I just said about that whole, oh, yeah, you're never wrong and someone else's fault all the time, because I reacted to this song already and I probably already made that fucking point. That was probably redundant, But hey, track 4, Tired, eh? Woo! It sounds like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that movie clip? Dumb and Dumber. Yeah. Oh, my king or my yeah ing yeah. The Mockingbird song that was super annoying. It sounds like that, but not quite as rocking as this. Man, is there anything going on besides drums and vocals? Through this whole song? Hang on a second. We're gonna rewind it again because I gotta fucking see if I just missed that there was no guitars. If it's been drums and vocals the whole time. Sorry. Yeah. I thought it was going to slam in right there. Drop that bass. This whole song is going to be drums and vocals. No, I hear guitar feedback. Maybe they aren't. Wow, they really did that all the way through. Fucking fantastic. That totally worked. Man, it really kind of, and I mentioned this in another album reaction I want to say, where you have a band that changes shit up super hard and all the time. And what did I fucking say earlier? That, you know it's going to change, and it didn't. They lied to me. That was fucking really cool because I was into that shit. But again, when you are expecting there to be something different, it doesn't ruin this song, but it takes away from the listening experience a little bit because you just keep waiting and you keep waiting and nothing happens. Now, second listen, I can go soak that in. Now will be Sons and Daughters. There's gnarly guitar in this song, though. I really caught myself in a groove there. I was just like, wow, you smoke a bowl and you're just sitting here vibing. That's the whole idea sort of behind the enhanced listening and sitting in the Smith hole doing album reactions. The enhanced listening, the groove, it catches you. But that groove is undeniable. It is super gnarly and big fan. You just got to do the obligatory pause to block off, hopefully stave off copyright, you know? gotta keep expecting it to slam into something just super ripping. And that is ripping, don't get me wrong, because I really love that. I just love the fact that they fucking slowed it down a little bit and caught a groove, man. You know, I'm really enjoying this whole album so far, but that shit is my shit. You know what I mean? Great fucking lyrics too. I did catch most of those right towards the end. And again, now we're gonna get into Stutter, which I have a tendency to do every once in a while. There's a stuttering Smitty clip that exists for a reason. Woo! Man, that's fucking awesome. That riff. Back that up. Man, that's... Yes. This thing. Woo! Obligatory pause just to stave off copyright. It like seamlessly transformed from just crushing into what we're hearing now. If there was some dramatic shift, I might have missed it just because I was sitting there in my own head, which happens quite a bit, you know, while I'm listening to music. But again, just obligatory pause, and I didn't hear any stutters in here. Now, palms of hands. Woo! right, I'm bringing that back because I did really quickly want to just mention Mike Van Aert on guitar. I know that he is Biffy Clyro's touring guitarist as well. And fuck, he's got some riffs, man. He's got some riffs and grooves, and I've heard a couple cool moments from Naomi McLeod on bass, but it's been kind of hard to pick her out. And I just find myself lately just kind of listening for it, and I hear it here and there. I don't know if it's sort of taken over by just fucking rad tone, or the a lot of times, the bass lines will be kind of covered up just by whatever rhythm they're choosing along with the drums. But I'm catching it every once in a while, and it's a pretty fucking rad bass too. Man, the whole package, I think. Fucking A. Now, Dusty. You think fucking Dave Lombardo was bored? When did Slayer end? Probably 10-ish years ago, if I had to guess. What the fuck you think? I know he's, I don't know how active. Well, I think he was in Mr. Bungle. The latest incarnation of Mr. Bungle, if I'm not mistaken. So to say that he's been sitting around bored, which is what I was thinking, just kind of laughing at. I've been bored. Let's fucking find a rad band to be in, and you found one. But then I'm like, oh, okay, he's been in Mr. Bungle, probably doing other things. Seems pretty active. Seems pretty practiced because he's fucking raging. Dusty. Yeah, that whole sludgy part was one of the only parts of the whole album that hasn't worked for me yet, if I'm not going to lie. It was just something so awkward to me. The way he chose to do that vocal delivery there over that sludgy kind of fucking slamming thing just seemed chunky and not in a good way, you know. And switching to this was rad. And You know, there are way, way more hits than misses, and it's only a miss in my brain. There's probably people watching this. They go, what are you talking about? Shut the fuck up. So I will.
You're gonna leave it. Say you're gonna leave it. Say you're gonna leave it. Say you're gonna leave it.
Now, Sold. Woo! Wow. Woo. That slammed in effectively. That was fun the whole way through. Again, just sitting there jamming a tune. Sorry for the no commentary on that song, really, but was just, again, just catching a groove and just finding myself really just, I'm pretty sure you can't see the air guitar that's going on here, but it's like, oh, okay. A lot of times when I'm listening to music, even when I'm recording, you just kind of forget where you're recording. Start thinking about other things. My brain just has a tendency to go. So I kind of dialed myself back in and just realized even while I was just off in fucking La La Land, I was sitting there rocking out, playing air guitar and catching a fucking groove. I was happy with it. Now the Looming wrapping up this pretty fan-fucking-tastic album, I'm not going to lie. Which I have listened to the Looming already.
In a graveyard, do any little thing that's not too hard, that's not too hard. The devastation's living like Jesus, just like Jesus. What's it gonna take to believe us? To believe us?
I think I remember loving this. Just saying that, I realized that I had never added this song, even though I've reacted to it, to my Rock Radar Stoner fucking playlist, whatever it was on Spotify. Whatever the name of it is on Spotify. Smitty's Rock Radar Stoner playlist, whatever the fuck. That I hadn't added it yet, which means I hadn't listened to it again since my reaction. So I was just like, oh, let's do that now, because I want to fucking hear this song more. And I love those little tones that are going off. Whatever fucking Tron little tones that are going off all over inside my brain right now, all through my head. It's really fun to just sit there and just trip out to. Not gonna lie, you know. They succeeded in making a really good stoner album as well. Those melodies are so uplifting. So simple. Man, it's such a cool thing because, just thinking about the way they write songs, and it's one of my last thoughts before we close this fucking pretty cool reaction out. I don't know about the reaction, but the album was cool. Hey, that you be the judge of the other one. Judge of the other one. But just the way Simon Neil puts a stamp on things, I'm thinking of Biffy Clyro and how much I really do love that band. And just how brilliant he is as writing songs and riffs. And I know he does violin and contributes that on songs as well. And then quality fucking lyrics, quality vocal melodies that I really love most of the time. There's always something, not always something, but every once in a while something where I'm just like, okay, that's not for me necessarily. But by and large, I really do fucking love what he does. But then to see his contributions here where he does different things, I don't think he's playing guitar at all. I don't think he's necessarily writing the music, and I think he's solely contributing vocals and lyrics, and perhaps some melody ideas. I don't know. But just to see how, he puts a stamp on it with other people is really fucking cool, and it adds so much flavor to, this band could be ruined by the wrong singer. Ruined by the wrong singer. Just like Jesus. What's it gonna take to believe us? To believe us? It's top-notch rock and roll album right there, man. I really do firmly believe that. That was a well fucking done, put together, and I'm going to say, according to my sampling size, to hardcore, deathcore, whatever the genre may be that this is termed. This may be my favorite album and band in that genre because I've had a pretty decent sampling size throughout my life. Haven't had a metal show and had to play a lot of stuff I didn't fucking like. I went to a lot of shows for these bands that I didn't fucking like. But I like that band. Empire State Bastard. Please do another record, but not before another Biffy Clyro record, Simon Neil. Let's do another one of those soon, too, because that is what we want. Or at least me. We means me. I know there's others. Thank you very much. More to come. All sorts of good stuff to come. And album reaction. Become a patron for only... You're on Patreon watching this. You don't need to be told, but I'm saying for future patrons, if this ever gets out there, because I will say this, and I want to say this now, I keep forgetting to, I keep meaning to. I am taking patron posts since I started and taking anything that is a year or more older and posting it publicly to YouTube. I'm hoping that patrons are okay with that because there's quite a few album reactions, live set reactions, things I've done that nobody fucking watched. There's like 1 or 2 views, so they're going to do way more good out there on the tubes than they're going to do here on Patreon. They're clearly not doing anything. So they, again, anything a year or more older is going to be posted publicly to YouTube. So if you see that and wonder why, that is why. And All sorts more on the horizon, guys. Thank you so much. I am out of here.
So long, sucker.
Good night, everybody!
I am so sorry for everything that has happened.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, all right, I'll see you guys there. By the bar and get your face, huh? Get me paid, bitch! Sit, boo-boo, sit. Good dog. I love y'all very much. Peace out! Good night, ladies. What the hell, everything?